welcome everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. First we'll clap our hands just so, then we'll bend and touch our toes. Welcome everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. Today's animal is a turtle. The Box Turtle by Vanessa Roeder. When the little box turtle hatched, his parents noticed something missing. Oh me, oh my! But they weren't dismayed. They gave him a name and a shell, both of which fit just right. Now remember, Terrence, you are so much more than just a shell. Terrence's shell kept him dry on the soggiest days, safe from the snoopiest strangers and the scariest nights. It was big enough to share. Terrence loved his shell. Until one day, "Your shell is weird," said the other turtles. Suddenly, Terrence's shell seemed too boring, too bizarre, and too big for the little box turtle to bear. So he abandoned it to search for something better. Terrence searched high and low until, wowie, his new shell looked sleek. Eek! But it showed too much cheek. The search continued. Ooh la la, he looks classy, he looks sassy, he looked just like Grandma Mildred. He looked for another shell. Oh yeah, he found it. A perfect polka dotty package. Pop! That was positively petrifying. Terrence tried shell after shell after shell after shell, but nothing fit. This whole situation stunk. That's it, I give up. Here you go, says his friend. Oh, wow. In that moment, the hermit crab showed what it meant to be a friend. The little crustacean was so much more than just a shell. And maybe Terrence was too. Terrence knew what he needed. But when he found his old shell, oh no, it had changed. It's okay, we can fix it, says his friend. Terrence patched on soggy days. He toiled on chilly nights. The task grew big enough to share. Finally, the shell was finished. It wasn't sleek or sassy. It was far from perfect and definitely weird. But Terrence wasn't dismayed because this little box turtle was so much more than just his shell. The end. You have been listening to The Box Turtle by Vanessa Roeder. So today we are going to do a pet dog song. Are you ready? I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag, zigzag. My dog Rags, he loves to play. He rolls around in the mud all day. I call for him, toot-toot-toot, but he won't obey. He always runs the other way. We're going to do it one more time. You ready? I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag, zigzag. My dog Rags, he loves to play. He rolls around in the mud all day. I call for him, toot-toot, but he won't obey. He always runs the other way. Great job. By Grace Hansen. Turtles. Turtles are reptiles. All reptiles have scales and are cold-blooded. Turtles live in many different habitats. Some live in deserts, others live in forests or mountains. Some turtles live in freshwater swamps and ponds. Other turtles live in the ocean. Turtles come in many sizes. Some can weigh as little as 1 pound. Some turtles can be very big. The leatherback sea turtle can weigh over 2,000 pounds. Turtle shells. Turtles are the only reptiles with shells. Shells come in many shapes and colors. A turtle shell is like a shield. It protects the turtle from predators. Baby turtles. Both sea and land turtles lay their eggs on land. A female digs a nest with her back feet. The female covers her eggs with dirt and leaves. Baby turtles are on their own after they hatch. More facts. It is believed that turtles have been around for millions of years. That makes them one of the oldest living animals on Earth. For most turtles, the temperature of the nest will decide whether turtles are girls or boys. Warmer temperatures make girls, while cooler temperatures make boys. Land turtles are very slow. They can only walk about 0.5 miles per hour, but the leatherback sea turtle can swim 22 miles per hour. That is pretty fast. Glossary: cold-blooded, reptiles and fishes whose blood temperature changes with the outside temperature. Fresh water, water that does not have salt in it like oceans do. Habitat, a place where a living thing is naturally found. Hatch, to be born from an egg. Predator, an animal that lives by eating other animals. Protect, keep safe from harm. Scales, flat plates that form the outer covering of reptiles. Shield, an object that keeps one safe from harm. Swamp, wet land that is filled with trees and other plants. You have been listening to Turtles by Grace Hansen. Joining me for today's Animal Explorers Turtle Edition. We begin our journey today with The Box Turtle by Vanessa Roeder, published by Dial Books. I love the little turtle and how much he works so hard to find a shell like everybody else. And everybody else got theirs at birth, but he gets to find one of his own that represents him and his identity and his uniqueness. And I love that he finds friends along the way who help him and the best shell for him. I just think it has such a cute story. And then we read Turtles by Grace Hansen, published by ABDO. And we learned all sorts of cool facts. Like, did you know that boy turtles or girl turtles are determined by the temperature when they're an egg? Who knew that cool stuff? I just think turtles are so cool because they get to carry their homes on their back. Can you imagine if you carried your home on your back? It'd be pretty heavy for me. Thanks for joining us for today. We'll see you soon for our next Animal Explorers. Let us know what animal you'd like us to cover in a future Animal Explorers.